smashing the game. The Mandalorian is great in the new series, and let's check out what's new in the world of pop culture with your hosts John, Tim, and Quentin, and a podcast we call Rewind
and Reload.
We're back with another episode of Rewind and Reload here. I am, like always, joined by Tim.
Hi.
And Q.
Hello.
So it's been about a week since our last episode, and I think I'm back in the groove of things somewhat. How about you two?
No.
I've never been out of the groove.
I've never been in the groove.
Oh.
Wow, opposite sides of the spectrum there.
I mean,
we're the yin to each other's yang, the light
the
to our
Joker
dark.
to each other's Batman.
Which one of us is a Joker and which one of us is a Batman?
Depends on the day.
I mean, if I had to say, I feel like Tim's more of a Joker and you're more of a Batman, Q.
I think I'm
Quinn's
okay
more
with
of a
that.
Riddler.
More of a
What?
Mr. Enigma.
Ooh, that's fair.
More of a Poison Ivy type.
All right, well, how about you kick us off what you did this week there, Poison Ivy?
Who? Oh, am I Poison Ivy now? Okay.
No.
Yup.
I thought Tim was.
Oh, I know I said he is, but okay, I can start it off.
Okay.
I didn't do anything this week. I watched some Netflix shows, and I watched some stuff on Hulu that we'll talk about later.
Oh, all right. Q, how about you?
I myself contracted a rare disease that doctors don't have a name for.
African rabies.
What does this disease entail?
I have very large feet now and very small hands.
Never mind. I found it. I saw an easy in for a joke about current events, and I thought, you know what? I'll be the bigger man with the bigger hands.
It's a good one. This is a serious disease, Tim. I have 3 months.
Oh no.
My hands are going to keep shrinking to the point that I'm not going to be able to feed myself. And my feet are going to keep growing to the point that I won't be able to get out of bed.
Then, oh God. You're going to be
But
like
how will you
Sideshow
buy
Bob.
shoes?
Exactly. No shoes will fit me anymore, Tim. I buy a pair of shoes and 10 minutes later I grow out of them.
Oh.
You understand what I'm working with here now?
Yeah. It's like a weird mix of that guy who ages Benjamin Button and the Elephant Man.
Exactly. This is exactly what I'm working with.
At least your package will feel bigger.
Dude. I think eventually it would be pretty weird, though, because you'd have, like, baby-sized hands. You're like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
It'd almost be like Deadpool, like the scene from the first Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. Where he, like, regrows the hand. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like a little baby hand.
I didn't like the hand. I didn't like how the hand looked.
I didn't like that it was just a tiny rubber hand coming out of his sleeve.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I think it was supposed to make everyone uncomfortable, honestly.
Well, I mean,
I
they
mean,
did
it probably
a great
made me
job.
It probably made me more uncomfortable than this, like, gross face. So,
Yeah.
mission accomplished, Marvel Entertainment.
Nice. Well, Q, I hope they find a cure for your small hands and huge feet.
I hope they find a name for it, John.
Is it Bigfoot disease? Like
Trumpism.
Trumpism. All right. Well, I was up to nothing but playing Witcher this week
Up to
and watching Witcher.
trouble.
Nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
No, but I was watching Witcher and playing Witcher quite a bit.
Same.
Well,
Playing. I've played it. I want to play it again, but I don't know if I'm ready to make a 200-hour time investment again.
I bought it just because it was on sale, and I haven't regretted it, but I have put a lot of time into it, and I'm not very far in.
I mean, it starts... If you're like me and you just do every side quest you get as you get them, it's going to take you a while, but...
See, I do and I don't. I get all the side
really
quests.
good.
I try to keep it somewhat linear in the story.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to, because there are certain areas that you just aren't leveled for.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you're going to go there, and there's going to be a giant, like, spider or something that crawls out of a swamp and just kills you. So
or like an elemental or something.
Yeah.
Well,
but
that's all I was...
The last 25% of that game's story is so good. So good.
I haven't really gotten too far into it. I think I just met Triss in the game.
Okay. A character who looks nothing like the actress who plays her in the show.
I don't like the actress in the show.
Neither do I.
I think it's because she doesn't look like the one in the game.
I think that's part of my reason too, but I don't know. They have her in such low lighting the entire time that I can't tell if her hair is actually red.
Yeah,
and it really bothers me.
Well, and then the other thing is like her attitude is very much different.
Yeah,
like she's a much more, I don't know, tamed back version.
Yeah, that's fair.
Almost pacifist like.
Yeah, that's...
So.
I mean, I don't know. That the timeline in the show is all convoluted, so maybe that'll change.
I don't know. Maybe. But alright, well, that's all of our weeks. I think before we get into our topic, I think we'll get into an ad break real quick, if that's alright with you two.
Sounds perfect.
What do you think, Q?
No.
No?
Oh well. Yeah.
We're gonna do it anyways. Fuck you. Alright. Hey everyone, we're back. And I know I'm excited to get into today's topic, even though I've only seen one episode actually, and probably 100+ spoilers. So what do you guys think? Should we get into it?
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Q's demeanor has changed quite a bit since the ad break. So in a galaxy far, far away, one man and a green baby creature travel around and kick ass. Of course, as you may have guessed it, we're going to be talking about Star Wars. But more specifically, we're going to talk about the Mandalorian series on Disney+. I think it's only justice, if we're going to be talking about Mr. Mando, that we go through the origins of what a Mandalorian is. I'm not super versed with the Star Wars fandom.
I am.
Unfortunately.
I was going to say, lucky for you, you got two dudes who are pretty well versed.
Yes. So I generally stay in the comic book side of things. And I know there is a lot of Star Wars comics that I have read a few of.
A lot of them are not canon anymore after the Disney acquisition.
Basically, none of them are canon.
Like the comic where Jar Jar Binks' father legitimately commits suicide or contemplates suicide because Jar Jar is so annoying.
Oh my god!
Hates Jar. Oh, what's his? I forget his dad's name. Even his dad has a George, isn't it? George.
I don't remember. Let me see. While we talk a little bit more.
All right, well, I'm going to lay down a little bit of groundwork for the origins while you pick it up. Through my research, I found that Mandalorians were originally from the planet Mandalore. They were predominantly human, but mostly they were a culture of a shared speech and ideal. They would also accept any individual that wanted to join them. Am I doing okay so far?
Sounds correct.
Or do you want to elaborate a bit?
I think the Old Republic Mandalorians are the most badass thing in the Star Wars universe. They just used to drop out of low orbit on these things called basilisk war droids. And it's so fucking cool.
I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, so some would leave and become guns for hire.
Oh my god, sorry. His name is
ahead.
George.
Yeah,
just George.
George. Yep. Okay. I told you, I know my Star Wars.
George R.
Bullshit.
Binks.
George R. Binks.
Boom.
Wow.
Now you guys can take that to bar trivia or whatever.
He was the owner
that's
of
gonna be a
Binks and
question.
Sons whaling company. Holy fuck, dude.
I'm sorry, but I don't see any creativity there. George R. Binks. Jeez.
Well,
All right.
Jar Jar was was George Lucas's favorite character, so it only makes sense that his father's name is George.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that the creator of this universe loves the creature that everyone hates.
And to be fair,
Wow.
everybody hates George Lucas. Not everyone, but
A lot of people do.
Yeah, that's very true.
so it all makes
All right.
sense.
So let's get back to the topic a little bit. We could probably have a whole a mini-sode of Jar Jar Binks at some point, though. But so back to the origins. So some would leave and become guns for hire, which eventually gave them a title of a best warrior in the galaxy kind of thing. But at one point, they all came back to expand, and they were an unstoppable force because they wanted to get farther in the universe. Any thoughts on that?
That's there's a whole. I don't remember what it. It's part of the. I think it's called the Mandalorian Wars in the Old Republic canon.
Yes.
Where it's they're super aggressive expansionists to the point where the Jedi's no, not allowed anymore. And then the war takes a huge turn, and depending on what game you're playing. Either a planet explodes, or they build a giant unstoppable factory to churn out droids to fight the Mandalorians. So
Wow. I know some of the stuff. Yeah, so I have written in my notes, they expanded so much the New Republic took notice, and the Jedi and the Mandalorians started a battle. At first, the Mandalorians were at a disadvantage, but eventually upgraded their tech and eventually became known as one of the only bounty hunters or beings that could actually kill Jedis.
Okay, real quick, Tim.
yes,
Was it in Knights of the Old Republic 1 or 2 where you had to go fight that? You didn't have to. It was a side quest. And you can go fight a Mandalorian, and he's known as some fucking crazy Mandalorian who kills all these Jedi and collects their lightsabers a la General Grievous style, right?
yes, it sounds familiar.
I forget which game it was in. I want to say 1, but I might be
I
want to
say
no.
1 is well.
That's besides the point.
I'm thinking 1 because the most conflict the most contact you have with the Mandalorians in 1 is Canderous, and you don't find that until pretty late in the game.
Yeah, I feel like this mission was kind of early game. Not
So-
super early, but still.
Maybe it is Canderous, but I don't think it was Canderous because Canderous comes back in 2 as Mandalore himself. The leader of the Mandalorian,
Yeah, no, this is some side quest and you killed a guy.
I think it might be 1 because I recently played through 2 and I don't remember this, so.
But yeah, so in Old Republic canon, there is a Mandalorian who literally he just hunts Jedi down and collects their lightsabers. That's how powerful the Mandalorians were. But, side point, in the whichever Knights of the Old Republic 1 or 2, whichever game it is that you fight him, when you fight him, he just has 2 fucking giant swords and no lightsabers. Why the fuck wouldn't he use a lightsaber?
That's weird. Because I was while I was watching, eventually, I I can't remember what his name is, but there was one Mandalorian that went away, joined the Jedis, and then came back and started to actually rule over the Mandalorians, and had a lightsaber, and it was actually black.
Yeah.
I believe this was in the Legends storyline.
Well, technically the Old Republic stuff is in the Legends canon.
Gotcha.
So it's, but I think that's from...
Talking about...
Rebels? Is where that started, I think?
I just saw some comic art. I'm not sure for
maybe it is
positive.
from the comics.
I know it's from like Legends, like that storyline. I just don't know where.
Well, Legends
isn't that the guy who created the first Darksaber?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legends isn't like so much.
His name's like Vizsla or something.
Legends isn't so much like a storyline as it is everything that isn't the movies. And the like Disney.
So everything
shows.
canon that's not the movies, almost.
Well, it's not even canon really. The Legends is everything that was canon, and then when the Disney acquisition happened, they were like, yeah, no, only the movies and a couple TV shows are canon now. So Legends is all the other stuff, all the cool stuff, really.
I was gonna say all the stuff that was actually fucking cool. That made the Star Wars universe cool.
Like all the books, like the book about the clone commandos who, like, started rebelling against the Empire because they were like, fuck this, and they were getting old. Yeah, that stuff's not canon anymore. It sucks. So anyway.
I don't get how they can, like, just do that, because, like, now Marvel came out
because
that,
Disney
like...
does what Disney wants.
Yeah, because Marvel came out.
You mean Disney?
That none of the Netflix stuff was canon now.
Yeah, because
even though it's directly
Disney.
Yeah, even like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a complete spin-off of the movies, is apparently not canon anymore.
It's not okay. It's not canon because A, it's not on Disney Plus, and B, I was just gonna make the joke about how in Daredevil, I'm pretty sure they referenced like the Battle of New York.
No, all of the Netflix series all reference the Battle of New York. So it's just like,
I don't know. I hate Disney. I've talked about this before.
Yeah. No, we had a whole rant about it a couple episodes ago.
Fucking shit company, dude.
So if anyone wants to hear Tim's rant, go back a couple episodes. I don't remember which one, so listen to them.
About how Walt Disney was responsible for the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, yeah.
We're going to have a whole episode over Disney now. Good job. All right, so back on topic. Like we talked about, a huge war broke out. Between the Jedis, excuse me, the Jedis and the Mandalorians, and it rendered their world almost uninhabitable, and any of the remaining Mandalorians had to live in sealed domes for a long time until they started building out the planet again. And the rest of the planet was pretty much like barren wasteland. And because of this, a lot of Mandalorians don't like the Jedis mostly.
Understandably.
Obviously. I mean, I wouldn't really either. But like I said before, one of the Mandalorians after this event ended up going and becoming a Jedi and then going back and ruling the Mandalorians. And then it kind of went through a couple different hands. A couple different women. I thought this was pretty cool. A couple different women actually ruled over Mandalore for a while and did a really good job. And they started connecting like relationships again until like some rogue Mandalorians try to create a siege and fake an attack by a bunch of bad guys. And then they were going to stop the bad guys, act like the heroes, and take over. But it got almost like foiled, and Darth Maul ended up becoming the ruler of Mandalore for a while.
I didn't know about this.
Apparently it's in the Legends stuff.
Because of course it is.
Then, because I was like, it made sense to me because they were like making the point. They're like, so like the fucking random encounter that they had with Darth Maul, didn't, in the movies, doesn't really seem that weird anymore.
Well, I mean, the random encounter with Darth Maul was the whole, like... Wait, are you talking about which random encounter with Darth Maul?
Like in the movies.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he's on orders to kill someone, right? I think.
Well, yeah, that's fair, but it was just... They didn't really give a lot of background information to who he was. It was just...
Darth Maul is, like, the least planned out Star Wars villain of any Star Wars thing ever. Like...
Yeah.
He's... I don't want to bring up, like, cosmetic things about him, but you can see the plaster on, like, the thing, what they used to put his horns on his head. So it's just like, I don't know, man. Phantom Menace is not a great movie. It's an okay movie at best.
But
I mean, I feel
Darth
like
Maul,
that trilogy is still better than the newest one, but I don't know. I feel like that's up for debate,
I just
too.
dropped a quarter on my desk that definitely picked up, and I'm sorry for everyone listening. I don't know. The new movie was fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Go on.
Just another little fun fact before we start getting into our next little topic, or until you guys want to add some stuff, is that I found out that Jango Fett is actually not a Mandalorian.
I can talk about this.
I can
correct.
get into
please.
this. Not only is he not from Mandalore, he's not even a Mandalorian.
He's just a big, fat phony.
His armor is not even made out of Beskar.
He's not even, like, in canon, all this is true, like, I don't know,
It was in Clone Wars.
So, yeah, the
I know
Clone
what
Wars
you're talking
show.
about. It was,
where Obi-Wan's talking to, like, another Mandalorian, I think.
about
he's
the
like, oh.
new Mandalorian.
Yeah, and he's like, I encountered a Mandalorian named Jango Fett. And they're like, we've never heard of this asshole. What are you talking about?
So, was Boba Fett a Mandalorian?
No.
Nope.
Really?
I think they were just, like, identified with the Creed, but were never part of the Creed.
I
think they were faking
pick
it
up
to...
the armor?
They were, like, faking it to make it. They probably just had it made.
So there's some theories on that. The biggest theory that makes sense to me is there's that, what's his face, Jango just had it made because he respected the Mandalorians,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it doesn't go much deeper than that. It's just because he respected the Mandalorians. That's why
Also,
he got
apparently-
armor resembling theirs.
Also, apparently,
Okay.
Boba Fett's armor isn't Jango Fett's armor. I'm fairly sure that's true.
That I'm not too
really?
sure. I don't know
I'm
too much about
pretty-
that.
Because, like, I
See,
mean,
all I saw was that it was the same armor, just kind of like tinkered with.
maybe.
But I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not well versed in the
tell
Star
me
Wars
that
universe.
boy grew... Oh, I guess he is a 1-to-1 genetic clone. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, well, there is that scene where he picks up the helmet at the end of Clone Wars, isn't there?
Yeah. That's
So
what always
his
made me
dad's head just
assume.
plopped out of the helmet, or...
Yeah, whatever happened to his head?
He cut off his own head and sewed his dad's head onto himself.
Oh, well, I mean, they're clones, so that's a little bit of an extreme, but...
Yeah. No, he wanted to be him.
I mean,
But
Boba Fett's armor was pure white in the first shots they showed of it before the movie came out. Or before
Really?
Empire came. Yeah. They didn't even paint it before that. It was just like this plastic... It's probably made of plastic, I think. It's just like this pure white plastic, and they're like, this is our new character, Boba Fett. We're just going to show him off for a little bit before the movie comes out. Even though he originally appeared in the Star Wars Holiday Special.
yeah, where he sports the same rifle that Mando does.
Yeah, which is a neat little callback in the show.
Yeah.
I think the
So-
show has a lot of neat little callbacks that we could talk about, so we can
I've
move
seen a
on
lot
little
of
bit.
like spoilers for them, and they do seem really good. So that's pretty cool. do you guys have anything to add on the origins? Can you think of anything that I might have missed, or any fun facts that you can think of?
At least in Legends canon, I remember the whole helmet thing kind of isn't true. Maybe that came out like the whole I can't take off my helmet in front of other people. Maybe that gets changed. I mean, kind of is true in the Old Republic. But Canderous Ordo, a character from the Old Republic games, definitely takes off his helmet, and then the next game, like, joins your party in the first game without a helmet, and then the second game is, like, the leader of the Mandalorians and wearing a helmet again. So I'm like,
I noticed that some of the shots from, like, the Clone Wars series,
they don't have
a lot
helmets
of
on
those don't wear them either.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Maybe
Which
they
I kind of want to watch that.
Okay, so I thought I was going nuts because I definitely like when I started watching Mandalorian, I was like, I don't remember this fucking rule. I don't remember this rule whatsoever.
I think they might have made it up,
or that might just be a him thing.
Yeah.
No.
No, they definitely say it's for everyone.
Not a him thing at all in the show. Come on, John.
Huh.
So, like,
I'm sorry,
I don't know.
I've seen one episode.
Maybe it's like certain sects of the creed adhere to it and others don't. I don't know. Maybe it's a rule that they made up after the Clone Wars. I don't know.
Yeah, now that they're in hiding and all.
Oh yeah, now that there's like the new purge happened.
Yeah.
So maybe
new purge. Elaborate on that.
Well, they took all the Beskar.
They took all the Beskar, and then I don't know if it happened during the Clone Wars because there are separatist battle droids, or if that's like post Empire establishment. But like, they purged most of the Mandalorian like compound, like planets in the system. So,
okay, and so also his armor throughout the series, he like upgrades because he gets more of the Beskar, right?
I mean, kind of.
Kind of.
It happens fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, because I remember the one episode I watched with you, Quentin. He had pretty much his whole armor was.
Yeah, no, his whole armor was already good by then.
Yeah.
What episode did you watch with all of us?
It was like that one where he went with all the bounty hunters.
Oh yeah, that was episode.
Bill Burr
6,
was on it.
I think
that's correct.
Probably. Bill Burr was in it. I remember that. It was a great episode.
Yeah, so it's the New Republic prison ship episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a very good episode to start on.
Yeah, I really want to start watching it. I feel
Did you like the
very unprepared for this.
The one guy from Sons of Anarchy was in it, John?
Oh, that was cool too.
I was like, okay, here's this guy. I know he's an actor, but I'm like, all right.
Well, I knew that he was going to be in the series at one point because I remember seeing the announcement on like Instagram, and it was funny that the one episode I watched he was in, and Bill Burr was in because I remember him being announced being in the show as well.
I recognized Bill Burr, but I didn't know it was Bill Burr until after the episode. I had watched the episode.
So the whole time you're just like, I was like, who is
this dude? Like, why does he look so familiar to me?
I remember as soon as he came on the screen, I yelled. And then everyone in the room at Quentin started yelling. But, alright, so that covers the origins somewhat, unless you guys have anything else to add.
I think we got all of it out of our systems.
Alright. So now let's talk about where it actually fits into the very long Star Wars timeline. Everyone out there is probably thinking about it.
Oh my god, I almost spilled water.
So I happened to find a actual timeline that lays it out. I was going to start running through it. But so the Age of the Republic series goes first, episode 1, 2, and 3. Then Clone Wars is from 2 to 3.
Yo, I forgot Cassian Andor is getting his own fucking movie.
The Clone Wars cartoon, to clarify.
Yes, the Clone Wars cartoon. I apologize. After that, the Solo movie And the soon-to-be Obi-Wan Kenobi series will also be in that area.
Oh, is this a Cassian Andor series or movie? I can't read that tiny text.
I believe it's a series.
Why is Cassian Andor getting his own fucking series?
Yes, it's a series.
Why?
Cassian is an integral part of the Star Wars universe that everybody needs to know about.
If we wouldn't have stolen the plans for the Death Star, everything would have fallen apart. We wouldn't have this original trilogy. Okay, I agree that Rogue One is a good movie. I just don't think this uninteresting character deserves a show. He's just a Han Solo archetype character.
Okay, because I haven't seen Rogue One yet. I need to watch it.
It's a pretty good one.
But okay, so after Kenobi and Solo, we have the Cassian Andor series that I believe is not even in pre-production yet, so I don't know. I know Obi-Wan Kenobi's in pre-production currently.
I have to say, this is the first I've ever heard of the Cassian Andor series, so...
Yeah, and during that timeline, we have Star Wars Rebels, which I believe is the other cartoon, right?
It's like a Disney 3D CG kind of thing.
Yeah. After that, we have Rogue One, and immediately after Rogue One, we have Star Wars A New Hope. Then we have Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then we come to The Mandalorian. And then quite a bit after The Mandalorian, we have The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. And then I think that's it. So The Mandalorian is going to be set, is set between The Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. I know I was watching some stuff that people are anticipating that we'll kind of see what's the order called now that's in the new series?
Fuck.
Is it like the First Order or something?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I read a couple things that people are anticipating that we'll kind of start to see them come to fruition. I don't know if you guys have seen any evidence of this or not yet, but I know we're also getting another season for 2020.
I've seen like people speculating that's what it's going to be. I don't know if that's... I hope it's not. I hope it's just kind of... maybe we get more of Vincent D'Onofrio Mandalorian, or... Oh wait, I guess the Smith is... dead? Question mark. I don't remember.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you didn't get to... Well, no, that's in episode 1, right?
I haven't seen... I saw one episode. And I saw one...
Oh, you saw that one episode. Oh,
yes,
okay.
One episode.
Okay, Quinn. Is the heavy Mandalorian who's like... shows up and is like, oh, we can fight together. Is that not Vincent D'Onofrio's voice under that helmet? Because it sounds just like him.
I'm not too sure, actually. I'm not too.
I would type it in, but I don't want to I'll use my phone and just hold it behind me.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't want to type on my keyboard. It's a little too clicky clacky.
Yeah, me too.
I'm looking it up right now.
That's why we got the dude with the Mac and a membrane keyboard.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not showing up on his filmography right now.
I don't see anything.
But whoever did the voice for that character sounds just like Vincent D'Onofrio. I'm just like, bruh.
I'll have to watch that. So
they're making a fucking Blood Meridian movie. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I was gonna say, just to clarify the timeline a little bit more. Mandalorian sets place after Jango and Boba, and then it's 5 years after Endor falls and 4 years after the Battle of Jakku.
Oh, I've seen some speculation. Speaking of Boba, that season 2 will be like Boba Fett will come back. Because in the old Legends canon, he was still alive, so maybe they'll, like, bring that back
I
somehow.
heard people saying he was going to be in the first season.
What?
No,
Yeah.
I heard people saying he was going to make an appearance in the first season. There was people in episode 2 when he goes and like he's like walking through the tunnel and there's all the Mandalorians. People are like, "That's Boba Fett in the background," but it's
Nah, Boba Fett's a big fake baby.
It's like no, it's
also,
not.
I
It's
don't
just
know how old Boba Fett would be at this point. Because the clones... Well, no, because they unaltered...
Well, if Endor fell 4 years prior, he could only be like...
The whole thing with the clones was that they aged them faster.
except
for Boba.
was
aged normally. Yeah.
He was the only one.
I forgot, because the guy, Jango Fett, wanted a son. So they were like...
Is
well,
that
here you
his
go.
son? It's just you.
No, it's just him. But you can call him his son.
And he ended up dying when Boba was like super young or whatever,
like
right?
10,
So
yeah,
I don't know how old he technically was.
well, he was, let's say, 10 in... I don't know. It's probably on the fucking wiki. Let's find out. Anyway, as I type this in and hold my phone awkwardly behind my microphone so I can read it. Born 32 BBY. So he was 32 in A New Hope.
and how far
Ahead
I don't
is
have years.
Mandalorian, I don't remember, to be quite honest with you. Probably like 10?
Wait, he was
So
born...
he
he was born the same year as Phantom Menace was set in.
Yes?
So how many years after Phantom Menace is Attack of the Clones?
32 BBY?
Attack of the Clones is not 32 BBY.
What's 32 BBY?
32 BBY? Yeah, I thought you said that's when
It
Boba
is.
was born. That's Phantom Menace.
So, 13 years before the foundation of the Empire. I don't know when Clone Wars takes place. I'm trying to find that information. Why are we debating how old... I don't know.
How is this relevant?
I mean, he could be alive.
Yes,
I mean,
very easily.
I think I think he could easily be alive. But
okay, so the Clone Wars started in 22 BBY, so 10 years after the events of Star Wars Phantom Menace.
There we go. We were right from the beginning.
I was right when I said he was fucking 10.
Oh my god.
Wow. We did it, guys.
We did it, boys. We established Star Wars canon better than Disney can.
Wow. That's a true statement right there. Well, now I think Disney needs to hire us to keep track of the age of characters. So, that's our timeline. So now that we know about what a Mandalorian is and where the series fits in this timeline, let's actually talk a little bit about the series itself. So I am going to say spoilers ahead, and you need to proceed with caution. So, it is out in open space where things are a bit more lawless. I think the New Order hasn't gotten out that far, and we see some of the old factions being kind of like lawless rulers.
I think it takes place mostly on the Outer Rim, which is the planet's super decentralized from Coruscant, which is in the center of the galaxy.
Okay.
So it's just it takes a long time for things to get out there. Because Tatooine is in the show, for better or worse. It's just a callback to the first movie.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that a little bit.
I thought it was Favreau really fucking liked Phantom Menace, or at least
Phantom Menace.
He really loved the cantina stuff.
Yeah, because he fucking...
The desert and stuff.
Okay, so the cantina that's on Tatooine in Mandalorian is the same cantina from the Mos Eisley spaceport. So it's in Mos Eisley. And You remember in A New Hope, the bartender's like droid racist?
Yeah.
Now it's run by a fucking droid, so at least there's like
that's awesome.
quote unquote droid
progressivism.
Droid progressive, droid civil rights.
Well, I think, and then this whole kind of lawless thing I was reading kind of played into Favreau wanting to kind of get back to the roots of the old Star Wars movies, because it was heavily based off of like spaghetti westerns.
Yes and no. So the original Star Wars movie is almost beat for beat a copy of a Japanese movie called The Hidden Fortress.
Yes, it is.
And,
I found that as well.
And then, like, yeah, a lot of The Mandalorian's obviously influenced by spaghetti westerns. Some of George Lucas's stuff from the original trilogy is as well. But I mean, I don't know how far I can go down that line without just saying, oh, well, everything's based on the same 3 stories we've been telling for 200 years or whatever.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, calling back to spaghetti westerns, is also that Mando's outfit is not based off of Boba Fett's and other Mandalorians. It's more so based off of Clint Eastwood's spaghetti western, The Man with No Name. And if you look it up, it really does look similar. I mean, he's got kind of the poncho thing going on, and you know, his nice suit underneath.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
I saw a lot of comparisons between the two.
No, I know.
And I thought it was
kind of
cool, honestly.
I just don't have it right in front of me to like look at the guy from Good, Bad, and the Ugly and Fistful of Dollars and Fistful More, a few dollars more. So I don't know.
Yeah. So who plays the Mandalorian? Obviously, we can look that up.
Who plays
Pedro
him and who voices him for most of the series?
Yes, Pedro Pascal.
Because I guarantee you that that's not Pedro Pascal in most of these scenes. That's a stunt double.
I don't know. I've heard that Pedro Pascal does a lot of his own stunts.
I mean, maybe he does.
I mean, and if people out there don't know who Pedro Pascal is, he got his head crushed in Game of Thrones by the Mountain. He is also in
Narcos.
Yes, he's also in Narcos, and he's in a movie I just watched. It's like Three Frontiers or whatever. It's got Ben Affleck, Charlie Hunnam. It's on Netflix, so go check it out.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of the movie. He's in a lot of stuff. He's been getting a lot of work the past, 5 years after Game of Thrones. I guess it was his big breakout, maybe? I'm sure he was in stuff before.
Yeah, probably.
But, everyone knew him after he played Oberyn Martell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, and then in the series, his ship is called the Razor Crest. Is it Crest or Quest?
Crest.
I always heard Crest.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I heard too, but then I heard someone pronounce it kind of funny on a YouTube video I was watching earlier, and I just wanted to clarify that with people that actually know what they're talking about.
According to the Wikipedia, it's Crest.
I feel like that's a common thing you're going to find in the Star Wars community on YouTube is
people
weird pronunciations of things.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a weird way to pronounce Naboo, but really it's just like Naboo and Naboo. I like when people pronounce it Sheev Palpatine.
What?
So his name's Sheev Palpatine, but it's Shiev, and I've heard people pronounce it Sheev or Sheev. Like the country, the country Kiev. Yes.
But Sheev?
Yeah, like Sheev, and I'm like, just Sheev.
I didn't even know what his first name was, to be completely honest, but I'm going to call him Sheev from now on.
There's also a really great cutaway scene in Revenge of the Sith where he just goes, yeah! Do you know about that one, Quinn?
Yeah.
We're during the Anakin not Darth, Count Dooku fight. There's just a weird like cut to Senator at the time, Palpatine, and he just goes, "Yeah," and then it cuts back to the fight, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
That sounds like bad editing.
Oh, it is. It's prequel editing at its bad. It's
great
finest.
editing. I don't know what
I'm gonna have to find that clip.
Yeah,
I will. I'll have to find that clip later. So back to the Razor Crest. I read that it's classified as a gunship. Does that change at all throughout the series?
No, but it does.
Is there any cool things you can tell me about this? The Razor Crest.
Technically, it shouldn't work in space the way
Correct.
the engines work.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like addressed?
No,
Fuck
this
no.
is like real life sciences speaking.
Oh, okay.
It almost looks like a gunship from like Attack of the Clones, I think. Or no,
Pre-Empire. It's pre-Empire, baby.
Is it a Naboo ship? I don't know. It's one of the ones. There's a ship in the prequels that looks like the Razor Crest. So yeah, Quentin is right. It's a pre-Empire ship, so maybe it's just a callback to some old throwaway design from the prequels.
Okay. So why is the science between, like, do they tell you how the engines work and
Because
then
the
some
engines
scientists?
they look like fucking jet engines.
Well, yeah, I saw that. So, but, you know, Star Wars science is very different than our science, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I mean,
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe he's just using the Force, guys. Come on.
Maybe it's really...
I don't think
Like, it
the
pissed
character.
him
I
off.
was going to say the Mandalorian's name, but I guess we'll get to that.
No, we will get to that. So, now that's his gunship. He is a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild, and his boss is played by, I believe, Carl Weathers, and is...
Grief. Karga.
Yes. Okay, because I was about to pronounce it Grief Karga, but it's Gruff Karga, right?
No, Grief.
Grief?
Karga.
Okay.
I was trying to think of a good Apollo Creed line, but I can't think of any. But yeah, Carl Weathers plays Apollo Creed.
I just, as soon as I saw him, I was like, that's Apollo! I need to watch this.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would have been it would have been funny if it like towards the end when they were like, oh, you know the scene where he gets injured, Quinn?
Yeah.
If one of like his little companions were like, if he dies, he dies, that would have been fucking great.
Oh my god.
I was trying to think of a funny reference to Rocky, and that's the best one I could come up with, honestly. But they killed those characters off like no one's business.
I mean,
I get to
really
look forward to that.
I mean, John, you already knew we were going to be spoiling things going into this.
Oh no, and I wanted it.
Oh,
I
okay.
really wanted it.
I mean, they're just throwaway henchmen, and then
So how do they get their comeuppance?
2 of them get shot, and then I think one of them gets fucking taken away by a giant like desert creature.
We're going to call it a space pterodactyl.
It's pretty much a pterodactyl.
Nice. So does Grief Karga also die in this scene?
No.
He almost
okay.
does, but then
Our beautiful
titular-
baby boy.
our beautiful baby boy saves his life with force healing.
Oh.
Is kind of a big division in the community right now. You either are okay with it and accept it as part of the canon, or you're like, this shit's stupid.
Why can this woman do the lightsaber battle with no training? Oh, it's okay, Baby Yoda. He could do force magic. It's fine.
It's like what's
Like,
that
what the fuck?
Harrison
Like-
Ford interview, baby boy, and then like he says something else, but people made a meme out of it, and it's like pure evil baby boy or some shit like that.
Baby boy. I don't know, dude. I fucking hate the Star Wars community. Like, gets all fucking
they're
shitty,
so
pissy, flippy over Rey.
I
But then
mean,
they're just like, oh, Baby Yoda, he could do these things. It's fine. Like, nobody gives a fuck.
I like Rey.
No, that's what
I
I'm
don't-
saying. I like Rey too. I just think it's fucking annoying how they are mad that one person has no training and can do this shit. And then they're not mad when another person can do all this shit without training.
Yeah.
And is technically a baby.
Well, it's because it's a bunch of menace.
It's a bunch of what?
Menaced.
Are you talking about incels?
Yeah, John.
Well, not like
it's not
specifically
2005
incels.
anymore. They're incels.
We don't call them
Oh.
red pillars anymore. We call them incels.
Okay.
They've been incel pilled.
Okay. Yes, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. So, anyways,
Yeah, boy.
to get back on topic of the Mandalorian, I was reading the bounty hunters, it's starting to describe more of the creed and some of their ideals, but something about that the bounty hunters guild abides by bounty hunters are not allowed to claim another bounty hunter's target as their own. And if they do that, they get kicked out and they could get a bounty on their own head.
Except episode 1, literally fucking everybody gets the goddamn tracker fob for Baby Yoda, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of throw that away real quick, because at the beginning, Carl Weathers is like, I have all these bounties for you to claim if you want them, Mando. And then he's like, I'll let you in on an ultra secret one. We've sent a lot of people after this one. Why don't you take one too? It's like,
It's ultra secret, but here
I think it was.
sent
I
a
think
bunch
it's mostly.
of people,
I think
your
it was
turn.
like the Werner Herzog character, like maybe just was like, put as many people as you can.
Huh.
I don't know. Apparently, Werner Herzog cried when he first saw the Baby Yoda puppet.
Oh god, I would too.
Because he was like, it's too innocent in this brutal world. I was going to do a bad German accent.
Well, to move on to that, I think this thing looks awesome. But the IG-11 bounty hunter robot,
Oh, you mean
that thing
not
just
IG-88?
yeah, which
I felt really...
people are having a big problem with. I was reading.
No. Here's what people need to have a big problem with, okay? In episode 1, in the first 5 minutes of the show, Mando freezes someone in carbonite. Why? How?
You're annoying him.
Okay, that's great. That's fine. He references Life Day. He deserves it. But in Empire, when they freeze Han Solo in the carbonite, Boba Fett's like, what if he dies? Because they were just doing it. Like, Darth Vader was just like, we're going to try this now. They didn't know if it was going to... I assume carbonite before this was used for, like, mining purposes to, like, freeze rock.
This is set after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have people just commercialized carbonite freezing?
I mean, maybe not so much commercialized it, but I mean, you know, maybe...
They saw
tried
they
it
saw
out,
it worked
and it
once,
worked.
and they were like, well, we can use this super dangerous thing that Darth Vader did out of a fit of evil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, didn't they start doing it? Like, once Leia found Han, weren't there other ones that were also frozen like him?
I don't
think so, no.
I don't think so.
I thought there was, man. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong.
There's like more than one on Mando ship in episode 1, so it's just like he's just doing it for fun too.
Well,
Maybe he's a lot more sadistic than we think he is.
And then it's never brought up again. So.
Well, it's like
Huh.
if, I mean, you know...
So
if
is he
his-
doing it on his ship, or
Yeah.
does he have somewhere he's going?
He does like a little closet he pushes him into, and then...
Alright, well, here's the thing, like, what about this? If he
Yeah,
doesn't...
yeah,
if he needs the bounty dead or alive, it wouldn't matter if they died during the freezing process.
I mean, that's
That is fair. And then it's a cool trophy.
Yeah, there you go. If anything, it's definite proof that you got the target.
Yeah, that's...
That, or you tell them, oh, they're totally alive in there still. Take the bounty and get the hell
I
out
feel
of
like
there.
anyone worth their salt would be like, alright, unfreeze him, then I'll pay you.
Also,
Except for Jabba. Jabba just takes
Yeah.
the word for it.
So what the
Exactly.
what's up with this whole IG-88, or he's not IG-88, he's
IG-11
in the show. What is the whole purpose of them being bounty hunters? What does a robot need money for?
I think they send it back to their manufacturer. Question. Or their owner,
okay.
whoever owns the bounty droid, I guess.
So can you just buy a bunch of bounty droids and then just have idle income from that?
Theoretically, yeah, sure.
Now I think I know if I was ever in the Star Wars universe what I would do.
Be a bounty hunter for a few years, buy a bunch of IG-11s, and send them out.
I would skip the be bounty hunter part entirely and just buy
you have to
robots.
get money to buy them.
Well, that's when you started Diner on Coruscant as a bad CG bit character named Dex, who apparently knows a lot about smuggling, because he's an ex-smuggler with a really shitty mustache, and he goes, Camino! Yeah. I don't like Dex.
Oh, dude, you bringing up Camino.
Which one's Dex?
Dex is the big four-armed guy who owns a diner in Episode 2 who tells Obi-Wan where Camino is. Because Camino's been wiped from the Jedi records, because Count Dooku deleted it after he requisitioned the clone army.
Oh. Yep. Okay.
Alright. Let's get on to Baby Yoda.
Yes. Okay.
Speaking of wait, you said speaking of Dex. I want to get into Dex.
Do you?
Yeah, Quinn said he thought of something after I brought up Dex.
I thought about something to do with Camino, but that's more important with the Baby Yoda stuff.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going with this.
Okay, so obviously we cannot skip Baby Yoda if we're talking about Mando. This creature has been in every episode, right?
Yeah. He's in the very end of one.
Yeah, because you get like a little. Do you get a full front on of him at the end? I don't remember.
Yeah, there's like.
Do you get full frontal on this
the shot
tiny
of him,
baby creature?
The shot from like the crib up of Mando and IG-11 looking it down. Then it shows Yoda, and then.
Oh, and then
IG-11's like, I'm gonna shoot the baby, and then Mando shoots IG-11 instead.
Yeah. You right.
All right, fair. So, tell me a little bit about Baby Yoda through the series so far, because I really don't know a whole lot about him, and maybe about Mando's relationship with him.
Well, he eats
and
frogs.
I have a couple fun facts.
Baby Yoda is the most precious baby boy I have ever seen in my life. I want to protect him. I want to make sure he grows up big and strong. And I want to give him frogs.
He eats frogs whole.
Do you think that's like a callback to like them being
yes, I was just going to ask.
Because I would assume that there'd be frogs on Dagobah. And I've heard before theories that Dagobah is the home planet of the Yoda species.
Well, I also heard that George Lucas based Yoda off of Kermit or whatever.
Yoda and Fozzie have the same voice actor. So
really?
And Jim Henson. Yeah, Jim Henson did a lot for the puppeteering of the original.
So it's not out of your imagination to hear Fozzie also say he has to crush his cock with a rock.
Oh my!
And then Kermit goes, "Fozzie, no,
no." Baby Yoda in the show, though, he is the fucking greatest. Comedic relief. I
don't know. He's just cute.
What do you? I don't really know how to specify his role.
Like cute comedic relief. Like he's just a kid who's 50 years old.
Yeah,
he's 50.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
So Yoda's species ages.
They live forever.
Slow.
Well, no.
And am I wrong to say that he is the third known of the Yoda species? In canon.
Yeah, so there is Yoda,
Yaddle.
who is also a member of the Jedi Council. You see her in episode 1. And then there is the what's his name? He was the one who made the Dark Side Cave on Dagobah, but he's not in canon anymore.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember who that is. I know what you're talking about, though.
And then there is one more in...
There's one in Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name either. I think it's something with a Y.
He doesn't really do much.
No, he's more of like a spiritual advisor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what Yoda was in the original series, like the original trilogy. More spiritual.
I mean, that's kind of what he is even in the prequels, to be honest, until they just start making him do flips and shit.
I hated that. The only problem I have with that trilogy is the flips and the just mass chaos.
You didn't like when Yoda did his 720 McTwisty?
No, because it wasn't that far in the future that they were all old and they couldn't do shit anymore.
Well, maybe episode 3, that fight with Palpatine, really drained him of his life energy.
Listen, all I'm saying is I've seen Jango Fett do a Christ Air. So...
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
3? Darth Maul? Is Darth Maul a guest character?
I think Darth Maul was in 2.
So yeah, he's probably done a Christ Air too.
I was also reading that there's a possibility that Darth Maul,
Baby Yoda's dad,
might be in season 2 of Mandalorian.
Is this because there's a Zabrak in season 1?
I'm not sure.
And so did you see
I think they want to explore the fact that he was the ruler of the Mandalorians for a little while.
I think he's.
Did you see what the
at this point? He's dead at this point.
No, did you see? Oh, yeah. Did you see what the guy who played him on? Posted, him, in full fucking makeup with the horns and everything.
Wasn't there?
I wonder if he's gonna play one of the. His race.
Hold on.
A different person.
Oh, no, dude. If he could be in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Oh, that would make more sense.
Because I think it's in Rebels where he kills... it's after Obi-Wan goes to Tatooine and becomes Ben Kenobi. Darth Maul tracks him down, and then they have a fight, and then
is this when he has the spider legs?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
They have
so Darth Maul's technically alive.
Yeah. In canon.
Okay.
He's at the end of Solo, and then he's in parts of Rebels, the show.
So if he's in the end of Solo,
yeah, I think he's going to be in the Obi-Wan series.
He'll probably be.
So he might not be in Mandalorian.
He's probably not.
He's not going to be in Mandalorian.
That wouldn't make any sense.
He's dead by that point. Because Obi-Wan killed him on Tatooine and then buried him in the desert.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys cleared that up. Any more Baby Yoda related stuff, though?
So we don't really know a lot about Baby Yoda. He might be the love child of Yoda and Yaddle.
Dude, I hope. I've made so many jokes about it. They might have been fucking
behind the Jedi Council,
Yoda was, Yoda for all his holier than thou shit of you have to cut off your emotions, and really he was just piping down Yaddle the whole time.
Yeah, dude.
I like he's piping down Yaddle.
He's giving her that saber.
Oh man,
dude, what Yoda lacks in feet, he makes up in inches. Yoda's fucking.
Can we title this episode "What Yoda lacks in feet is made up in inches"?
That's not really how our first episode kind of had that, but maybe we'll see.
A pretty cool theory, I guess you could call it a theory, is this might be a Yoda clone.
Oh.
I know in canon, anytime they tried to clone someone who was Force adept, it never turned out well. But they had this carbonite technology.
Yeah, I've heard the theory that it was
maybe they made their cloning technology better.
Well, I've heard a theory that maybe the Emperor commissioned it on Kamino to try and make an evil Yoda or something, and that's why. But it never came to fruition until after the Empire had fallen.
Yeah.
So that would explain why that one scientist was scanning the baby, and
that scientist also had a Kamino cloning symbol on his
did he? I didn't notice
shoulder. Or
That's
maybe it was like an
wild.
armband or something like that. But it was the same symbol you see at the Camino cloning facility, which kind of makes me curious about maybe it is a clone, maybe it's not. Who knows?
I hope they explored a little bit more in the next season.
Oh yeah, I'm sure eventually we'll get the answers, the answers we need to these questions, but you know, obviously Disney's got to tickle our balls a little bit and give us
well, yeah.
Give everybody some shit to fight about on the internet for a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Well, I have a couple fun little facts real quick. Unless you guys have anything else to add about Baby Yoda.
You know, I had it for my wrap up part, but I think I'm just going to dive into it right now.
Sure.
Okay, everybody. Get out your pens, get out your papers. We're going to be doing some math. Not really. I'll explain it all to you. So, essentially, Baby Yoda, 50 years old. Means he was born in 41 BBY. Phantom Menace is set in 32 BBY. So in the Phantom Menace, Yoda would be 9 years old. You know who else is 9 years old in the Phantom Menace? Anakin Skywalker.
Really?
Yeah. And in all of the, you know, legends...
I don't want to ruin this, but your math is off. Oh wait, no it's not. You're right. Sorry.
I might have been a history major.
I forgot.
I
forgot that I mixed up the way PC does math. PC,
So, anyways, they're both born the same year. In all of the mythos of the Jedi and Sith, they always talk about how for every one person who is super strong in the Force, there will be one who is born that is super strong in the dark, or the light and dark balance, basically. So, there's always been, everybody's always kind of assumed, obviously Darth Vader, the dark, and then Luke Skywalker was born later as the light.
Do you think, not to discredit... Oh, okay, no, hold on, I'll ask this question after you're done.
Okay, so, one thing people think, which I don't really know, I don't know how much I think of, or how much I can believe in this theory, but people are thinking that Baby Yoda is the light to the dark that is Darth Vader.
Okay.
Which is a neat theory.
Do you want to talk?
Yeah, that is
talk
a
about
neat theory, but would that mean that Yoda and Yaddle maybe had him and then...
Well, that was my question.
Because, I feel like they should have I feel like then there was there's a 50-50 chance our kid could be evil or good, and Anakin could be evil.
Well, I don't think they were planning it out, you know.
If we're assuming that Yaddle and Yoda
made the bang squeeze.
Yeah, because it could be...
If Baby Yoda was
well.
cloned, clones have accelerated aging. So 50 years old, I mean, it could be...
Yeah, that's the thing, though. We don't know if it's a clone. So if it's not a clone,
but
then
that
theory
armband
holds
thing makes
up.
me start... Because I just looked at that. That makes me start questioning a lot of things.
There's a lot of variables here. There's a lot of variables
about the child.
About.
The child.
Yes. So
we
should call it two big theories. He's either a clone or the light to the dark that is Darth Vader.
Can we talk about how Anakin Skywalker was implied to be a virgin birth?
Like Jesus?
Yeah.
I don't think it wasn't implied whatsoever. It was pretty not shoved in your face, but it was made pretty apparent.
Yeah,
that not
Obi-Wan. Oh my God, what's his name?
Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon Jinn asks
Shmi.
He goes, "Oh, who was the boy's father? Was he Force sensitive?" And she goes, "There was no father. I gave birth to him, I raised him, and that's it." And it's what does that mean?
I guess I never took that as like a Jesus thing. I guess I always took that as like,
oh, dude, the Jesus
there was
imagery,
a father. She just doesn't want him to be in the picture.
The Jesus imagery in episode 1 is pretty down your throat.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen episode 1.
Because who can forget the classic Bible verse, and Jesus said unto his apostles, I'll try spinning, that's a good trick.
What?
In Phantom Menace, at one point Anakin is fighting over Naboo, and there's a separatist fighter behind him, and he goes, I'll try spinning, that's a cool trick. And that it works because it's Anakin Skywalker.
It worked. You know, it was a good trick.
Yeah.
Now this is what I call pod racing.
I hate you.
Also, real quick. Sorry.
Okay.
One real quick thing.
Go ahead.
Can we talk about how Hayden Christensen came back, got into full makeup, and then the scene got cut from the newest movie?
I don't know about that.
So, have you seen the newest movie yet, Quinn?
No, don't talk about it then.
Okay.
We can talk about it later.
Okay.
We should probably all go see the movie, and then maybe we could do a review on it. What do you guys think of that?
I mean, I'd be down for that. Me and my dad are gonna watch it Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've seen it, so...
Yeah. Well, now I'll just have to figure out a time to see it.
I mean, I'll still go see it again.
Alright, fair. Okay, well, we could get something set up for that.
I mean, yeah, I'd go if you guys were going, and... So anyway.
So, back to Baby Yoda. I have 2 fun facts. Baby Yoda has a name. It is confirmed by Taika Waititi and Favreau via Twitter and some interviews. But I don't know. I don't think we know its name yet. Am I correct in saying that?
It's Child.
Yes. So they just call it the Child. Never called Baby Yoda. And some people keep joking, though, that its name is Nigel.
Why?
I don't know. I think Taika Waititi put something on his Twitter about it.
Looks
and
more
it
like
just
a Gary
blew up. Yeah, I don't know
Gerald,
for sure.
Maybe actually.
It's
but my
called
other fun fact.
Din Djarin Jr.
My other fun fact is Disney CEO Robert Iger was told off by Favreau because he referred to the child.
He screamed at him like he
Baby
screamed
Yoda.
at people in the movie Chef.
Probably, but he called it Baby Yoda in an interview and on Twitter.
Fuck off.
And Favreau blew up. He's like, it's not called Baby Yoda.
It's called Din Djarin Jr.
But, could you imagine the balls on Favreau? He's just screaming at his boss about it.
And if anyone's going to get away with it, it's Jon Favreau. That man's made so much money for Disney.
Oh, God. He's, built what Disney is today.
If he hadn't made Iron Man and shit.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man
produced
3.
Pretty much every Marvel movie now.
Iron Man 3, everyone's favorite. Which gave birth...
No, we don't need to talk about that.
Can we talk about how The Incredible Hulk is technically the first Marvel movie?
No, it was actually released after Iron Man 1.
Dude. I'm talking about Hulk.
Oh, no, that's not canon at all. Stop.
I remember watching that movie at your house when we were kids.
Dude, that was so bad.
And even then I was like, this movie doesn't look good.
Okay, so fun fact, Hulk, for probably about 10 to 12 years of my life, I thought Jim Carrey played him. I'm going to be completely honest. I remember watching that at such a young age that I thought that actor was Jim Carrey.
Somebody
And
stop me.
I think now, I just watched The Mask and
Got confused by a big green man.
Hulk. The shades of green are almost identical
I can see it.
if you go back.
And years
I
later,
think I just watched them too closely.
oh my god. Sorry, there's a fucking flash of lightning around here right now. It just scared the fuck out of me.
That's actually the ending to the
It
Hulk
might get
movie.
picked up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I edit. And years later,
So
the villain of Son of Mask would appear in the Marvel Universe too. Loki.
really,
Yeah.
Oh.
It's revealed that the mask is a thing of Loki's
huh?
in Son of Mask. For some reason, they just decided to throw in Odin and Loki as characters and be like, "This is my son's mask. He did this as a prank."
That's really weird. Because that's weird because I was just reading that like the Mask has made cameos in DC because he's like best friends with Lobo.
That doesn't surprise me.
So that's pretty cool though. So obviously we're getting super off topic, so I think that means we should probably start to wrap up.
Yes. I don't know
guys,
why I
we've
breathe
covered-
that heavy, but yes.
He's taking a big hit off that bong.
Mm-hmm. That must be
So,
it.
guys, we covered everything I think we could cover about our space lone gunfighter.
Except for the Darksaber.
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about the Darksaber
it's
real
fine.
quick?
We don't need to talk about it. Dude, there's nothing to talk about it. This is random. The dude has one for no reason.
Gus Fring shows up and he gives a big speech on responsibility. And then he has the Darksaber.
All right, fair. So, I think we're going to call it a night. We're going to go over to our recommendation plugs corner. So, Quentin, you start us off. Give us your recommendation for the week
Crabs.
and hit us up with those plugs.
Crab's my recommendation. No. I would recommend you listen to my 2019 album of the year, Cosmic Thrill Seekers by Prince Daddy and the Hyenas. Because it's pretty cool, new agey punk stuff.
What if, instead of cats, it was crabs?
I would have watched it.
Same.
That movie, those commercials still make me uncomfortable.
Dude, those cats are so fucking horny.
I don't like that they have, like, breasts. Like, I know cats have teats, but not that kind.
They don't have Rebel Wilson fat girl tits?
No. I mean, maybe my cat, but just her.
There's my first name is Rebel. That's fucking pretty cool.
That's got to be a stage name, right?
I don't think it is. Anyway.
Anyways, Quentin, tell us about your recommendation.
It's just it's a very solid kind of new agey punk album. On our other, mine and Tim's other project podcast, we did our 2019 year in review, and that's what I had to give my album of the year to. Check it out, definitely. It's like a fucking 30-minute album. You don't got 30 minutes to go listen to an album, go do it.
Sweet. Give us them plugs. Where can we find you at?
You can find me on the Backdash podcast. Me and Tim and our friend Alex talk about video games and entertainment. And if you want more of me, you can go on twitter.com at Gondola Driver.
Why Gondola Driver now?
As many of you may know, for the past 7 years on the internet, I've been known as Applebee's is okay. But that all changed this morning when I woke up and I tried to check Twitter while pooping, like many Americans do every morning.
It's a steadfast American tradition, and even in the White House these days.
I'm more of an Instagram guy, but that's fine. I get where you're coming from.
I try to go on Twitter, and it's just like, log in, and I'm like, that's fucking weird, because I have not logged out of this ever, so that's interesting. And I try to log in, and it tells me my password's wrong. I'm like, that's weird, because I know it's not. And then I tried to reset my password, and it sent me an email, and I clicked on the link, and the link, every time you click on the link to reset the password, it's like, hey, this is expired, get a new link. And I'm like, that's weird, because you just sent this to me. So I get a new link, and it doesn't work. I'm like, that's weird. So I just gave up on Applebee's is okay, and I've restarted my internet fame as gondola driver.
Well, I cannot wait to watch you grow as the gondola driver.
Thank you. I tried to get, there was 2 other options that were both already taken. One of them was at lasagna recipes. Somebody took that, the fucking bastard. And then my second option was Zamboni Racer. But once again, somebody already had Zamboni Racer, so gondola driver it is. And that is Gondola. If you're not from
perfect.
Italy.
Don't worry, I hyperlink all of them.
Nice.
In our episode descriptions.
That's why we keep Tim around.
Because, yep, that's correct. Because only with the power of a computer science degree can you too make hyperlinks. This week I'm going to recommend a show from 2013, I think? 2013 or 2014. Called Over the Garden Wall. It's a little mini-series that came out on Cartoon Network a while back about a guy and his little stepbrother lost in a whimsical, magical world with, I can't remember the name of the actor. The guy who plays Doc in Back to the Future as a woodsman. And it is a star-studded cast, if I'm being honest with you, for no good reason. I mean, it's a good show. But like, there's
like Elijah Wood's in it.
Elijah Wood's the main character.
Christopher Lloyd's
Christopher
Doc.
Lloyd, right. There's an episode that has Tim Curry in it out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, I see him on here.
It's wild how many, like, kind of big names are in this show, and I just didn't expect it.
Wow, this is nuts. Thomas Lennon's in here.
I finished
from Reno 911.
I finished. Yes. I thought that character was played by someone. The character he plays, I thought it was played by someone else. I was like, this voice sounds really familiar. Who is that? So I looked it up and I was like, it's fucking Lieutenant Dangle?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just a really good show. It's weird and happy and sad, and it's just great. Give it a watch. My letter of the week this week for my social media tag is the letter L for the Lorax. And unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's gonna change. It's not. Or it won't. I don't know. I don't remember how it goes. I love the Lorax, so go watch that too.
That was a good
I'm
message
on the backdash
to end
too,
on.
but who fucking cares? We've already talked about that.
Tim, we'll let you go first next week so you can talk about the backdash
I have
first.
purposely changed the last 2 weeks, so it's quitting plugging it.
He's giving this curse to me.
Because for the longest time, it was me, and I was like, you gotta diversify and get some new zest in this.
Alright, that's fair. So my recommendation for the week, which I actually kind of feel bad about this, I'm recommending The Witcher, both the game and the show. And the reason I feel bad is because Tim also wanted to recommend the show, and I was very mean to him about it.
No, I just didn't notice. It's fine. I don't care.
But yeah, you should go check out the show. It's only 8 episodes, about, I don't know, an hour or something a piece. And the only thing is the timelines are really screwy.
Yeah.
I think that's not a spoiler.
That's
or
not even,
anything.
like-
It's honestly something you need to know
Yeah.
to make it
That's not
make
even.
sense.
I'm gonna say this outright as someone who's read the first book of the series. That's in the book too, dog.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, so the faster you know that it's all over the place, the better off you have watching
Absolutely,
the show.
I would agree.
And you're not as confused because you realize, oh, I'm supposed to be confused.
Yes.
So, and then also, I would like to recommend the game. It complements the show. They complement each other really well, I think. And they give each other a lot of background that you need to know. And it helps you be less confused as well. My plugs, as always, I haven't gotten kicked off of Instagram yet, so mine's John Mergenthaler still. And then you can catch me over on the Nightmare Notes, where we just recorded, I think 2 nights ago, we recorded an episode on cults. I did Heaven's Gate, which I have always been super intrigued by, so come and listen to us. And anybody out there, if you guys want to follow this podcast's Instagram, it is rewind_reload_pod. And then if you guys have any discussions you want us to cover, or maybe even mistakes that we've made in the past, hit us up on rewindandreloadpodcast@gmail.com. Is that the right stuff, guys? Because I kind of
yes.
don't remember sometimes. Cool, perfect. So I guess that's all we have for tonight, unless you guys have anything to add.
It's important to note our email is the word and rewind and reload podcast. I'm only saying this because in our notes here we have an ampersand.
Yep.
And just wanted to make that one hundo clear because we do, I think the title of the podcast and everything is an ampersand as well. So
yes, I believe when I set up the email, it would not let me have the ampersand. I don't know if someone had the email.
Character.
Yeah. So it is rewind, the word and reload podcast @gmail.com. Hit us up because it's pretty dry and I want to hear what people think about this podcast. So guys, I guess that's all for this week. And I will talk to you guys next week, which I think we're going to cover Little Big Planet, which I am super excited about because it brings me back to memories of Quentin's basement.
Hell yeah, dude.
Glory days.
In a not creepy, rapey way.
No one would have thought that unless it was you. Goodbye.
All right. Good night.